lovely human beings. How are you today? I am Loretta. Welcome back to Sparrowhawker Designs. If you're new here, welcome. I just finished my last page in the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. However, I might make a couple more actually, and I'll explain why. But anyway, this month's prompt for June was to use a heart and either a hand-painted or a hand-dyed piece of fabric. So I used an old napkin, table napkin, and when I was doing all of my coloring with red cabbage, this is one of the pieces that came from that. It's just half of it though. I used this old trim that was on a hanky, and yeah, and then I cut the hearts out of a piece of quilt that I have, old quilt, and yeah, so I'll hold it up so you can see it. I did a Cretan stitch around the edge here and a burrow stitch. The hearts have blanket stitch on the outside. This has a burrow stitch on the inside. This heart has some cross stitches with a burrow stitch and a blanket stitch and some beads around the outside, and then some French knots and a little stamped piece of fabric that says the fabric of friendship is stitched with love. And I put a used dryer sheet on here for this extra little fluffy texture there, and I think that's it. I only put the trim on these two sides because this is what's going to show on the book, at the bottom of the book and the edge of the book. So, so it'll be like those two pages together. So this was June and this was May, and then April and March. And then February and January. There's my dog. And then the cover. Okay, so the reason that I think I might end up doing a couple more pages is because the book I chose is actually really big. It's an old dictionary. So, dictionaries are a dime a dozen, so I don't feel bad about tearing this up. It's also kind of starting to fall apart there, it was the perfect book to pick. However, look at how thick that is. I picked this because I thought, oh, this is perfect. I'm going to need something really thick. But then look at my pages. They're really not that thick. So I think I might do 2 more pages just on my own. I did not do I didn't do the sampler part of this project because I've been stitching forever. I already knew all the stitches, so I didn't do a sampler. Looking back, if I had done the sampler, I probably wouldn't have this problem. Anyway, so yeah, so she's going to go on there somehow. I'm not really sure how. I don't know if I'm going to just leave it like that or if I'm going to put this on another piece of fabric with some frilly stuff around the edges. I haven't really decided. Yeah, this was the part of the book I hadn't really thought that far in advance. But I think that you can see that, this is, and I don't want the spine to not have enough to hold it open, because then it'll crease and bend. So anyway, so I think I'm actually going to do 2 more pages in this particular thing. I know that they are going to do 12 Days of Christmas starting in July, and that is going to be, I think, 2 pages a month instead of 1, so that you can get all your 12 days in by the end of December. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that one or not, because I have my other stuff going on. So, but this was a ton of fun, and I really liked not knowing, what what everybody else was going to do, and then seeing everybody else's ideas and stuff in stitching was just really, really, really cool. I really thought it was kind of cool to be like a part of this community kind of thing. So anyway, that's that. I am also hard at work on my birdsong, my autumn page for birdsong. This is it so far. Oops, sorry, it just hit the camera. So my prompt for this birdsong for autumn was just autumn colors, and then either something to do with harvest. So it could be a pumpkin, it could be like corn or hay or whatever you wanted, or stitches that are kind of, you know, like the wheat ear stitch, you know, something that has something to do with harvest. So for me so far, I'm doing these little hay bales. Those are my hay bales together. That's what those are. I honestly don't know what the name of this stitch is, but anyway, so this is it so far. I have not, I still have my basting stitches in, but I'm gonna get hard at work on that. So I think that was it. Oh yeah, and then I'm doing the it's been a very it's ever since Father's Day weekend I have not been able to catch up. I've been like behind on everything. So it's been a very, I know you guys probably get tired of hearing me and my excuses for for things, but the book that I'm doing, the fabric book that I'm doing, I should probably just wait and show you guys this later as a separate video, but okay, I'll do that. Anyway, okay, so in my the Etsy store update, Halloween kits are all gone now. Christmas kits, I think there's only 3 or 4 left. And I've got just a new broad general slow stitch kit up with just a bunch of different random fabrics and stuff. So anyway, guys, I'm excited that I was going to say that this is done, but now I'm actually talked myself into making 2 more pages. So anyway, okay, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.